Dear TBS family, after several weeks of planning, discussing, and deliberating with members of our community, medical professionals, staff, and the reopening steering committee, I want to share with you our plans for celebrating the 5782 High Holy Day season at Temple B'nai Shalom. This is a long video, I know, but it contains a lot of important information. Hope you'll please watch it carefully all the way through to the end. We all want to mark these high holy days together, as every year. For many, there's a great desire to do so in person in our sanctuary together. We also want to ensure that we are fulfilling the mitzvah of pikuach nefesh, of the safeguarding of life. We want to be safe and healthy, and to be spiritually challenged and nourished this year. We want to live our values as a kehillah kedosha, a sacred community. This requires an imperfect balancing act between our values, all of which are important. We've been working diligently to figure out the best way forward. That, in fact, actually is the main purpose of the High Holy Days each and every year. Every High Holiday season asks us to examine our current situation, the life we've lived in the past year, and compare it to the life we ultimately want to be living in fulfillment of our values. It's an imperfect balancing act, but we try each year to determine the best way forward in our lives. As individuals, I'll leave that to you as your spiritual challenge for the season, and know that you are not alone in this soul-searching work, but that I and the rest of the TBS family am here with you together as we engage in these high holy days. As a community, this balancing of values shapes how we will celebrate together this year. After much discussion and consideration, and with adjustments as dictated by time and circumstance, here's the plan. Number one, all of the worship services for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur will be accessible online. Some will be on Zoom, some will be streaming, all of them will be available to everyone. If you are most comfortable observing the High Holy Days online for part or all of the worship, then you will be able to do that. For all of the worship services for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we will also have seating in the sanctuary available for in-person attendance. Guided by health concerns, we will not be sitting at full capacity, shoulder to shoulder and rows upon rows of chairs. Instead, we will have socially distant pods of chairs and single seats available. And this will allow people to attend services safely in the sanctuary and be together in person. In order to provide this opportunity to be in the sanctuary in person to the largest number of people for the greatest number of worship services, we are planning on holding 2 services for Rosh Hashanah morning, Rosh Hashanah family services, Kol Nidre on Yom Kippur night, and Yom Kippur morning services. Each of the 2 services will be at partial seating capacity of the sanctuary. Both of the services will be identical in content. The other services of the season on Rosh Hashanah evening, the Yom Kippur family service, and the Yom Kippur afternoon Yizkor and Ne'ilah services will be held singly, as we believe we will be able to accommodate safely everyone who usually attends these services. A full schedule with times for the various worship services is included with this message. Number 4, for those times when we will be holding 2 services, if you choose to attend in person, you will have the opportunity to register in advance for one of the 2 services. We ask everyone to register online with the form included with this message. On the registration form, you'll indicate your preference for which service you would like to attend. We will do our best to honor all requests, but please note we may need to ask some of you to attend the other service time based on seating capacity. Please register your preferences as soon as possible so that we can make a final allocation of seats quickly. Number 5, the registration process is open to all TBS members, including children of members ages 22 and younger. Children of members who are 23 and older are eligible for their own Lador Vador membership. You can contact Lynn Richmond if you have any questions or for more information. Once we have the registration from our members, we will know how many seats we will have available at each service for relatives of members and others. We expect that information will become available in late August. Anyone, members, relatives, or guests, can register to attend our online services. Number 6, we ask every member to fill out the registration form, either to let us know that you will be attending online or to let us know which services you'd prefer to attend in person. Every member who wants to attend any service in person must register in advance, both for our seating planning and for our health protocols. You will not be admitted to any service for which you are not registered. Number 7, our 2 family services on Rosh Hashanah will be geared towards different age groups. The first service will be designed for students in pre-kindergarten through 2nd grade and their families. The second service will be designed for students in grades 3 through 6 and their families. If you have students in both age groups, you are welcome to attend either service or both. Additional details about family services will be forthcoming. Number 8, we continue to monitor health data and safe practices on a daily basis, and will adjust our plans accordingly if the situation warrants. Currently, masks are required for everyone in the TBS building ages 2 and older. While we hope that further changes in our High Holy Day plans will not be necessary, we will communicate with you as swiftly as possible if they become so. Obviously, we wish that the complicated nature of this plan was not necessary. I'd like nothing better than to look out on a full sanctuary, all of us together at once, praying and singing and spiritually bringing in the new year together. That just is not our reality this year. Nevertheless, I know that we are a resilient congregation. A year ago, we had never had a High Holy Day season completely online, and yet we know that last year's Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur were deeply meaningful and spiritually nourishing for so many. Now we face the prospect of never before having had a high holiday season with multiple modes of access to our worship, offering in-person and online options. Yet we know we have been successful these past weeks with meaningful multi-access Shabbat services, thanks to so many who make that possible. And we can transfer what we have learned into crafting our High Holy Days this year. And so I am confident that we will navigate these challenges and come together as a community, digitally and in person, for a meaningful and spiritually uplifting High Holy Day season this year. We will live our values. We will safeguard our health and celebrate together. We will find our best way forward into this new year as individuals and as a congregation. We will move towards our best selves, towards what we pray will be a good, sweet, happy, and healthy new year for us all. In advance, I wish you L'Shana Tova.